Thank you for joining me for the Pathways Behavioral Health Service Incorporated orientation. My name is Charlene Davis, and I'm here to walk you through everything as quickly as possible. We are going to start out by talking about our mission and our history. It's important to know that fact about us and just know a little bit of background information. So, our sole mission is to honor God by creating an atmosphere of teamwork, optimism, and honesty to help anyone with a disability achieve a greater quality of life. One thing to know about Pathways, and the very first thing we ever talk about ourselves, is that we are a Christian based company and everything we do is to honor God. So that's important for you to know. A little bit of history about us. On the left-hand side, you'll see this young man. He had Down syndrome, and he was Miss Charlene's uncle. And in the early 80s or late 80s, early 90s, Miss Hill decided that her Uncle Walter should come live with her instead of being sent to an institutional setting, because back then that was a common theme. And yeah, it wasn't until 1999 that's the Supreme Court decision in Olmstead v. LC and EW supported the right for people with disabilities to live in a community setting. So I guess you could say that the Hills were ahead of their time when it came to disability rights, and we have always tried to stay, ahead of the game in that type of aspect, and we always fight for the individuals that we serve. And I'm sure you're also wondering, where did we get our name from? So there is a story behind that as well. Mr. Jimmy was actually sitting in his office trying to figure out what should we name this company, and this was about 20 years ago. He ended up seeing a book on his bookshelf called Pathways Through the Bible, and he instantly knew it right then. That's what he wanted to call it. He wanted it to represent um, that individuals have different pathways for services, but most importantly, to honor God by providing these pathways to the individuals in need. Next, we're going to talk about our leadership so you can know who you're working for, because that's very important. On your left, you'll see Mr. Jimmy and Charlene. Mr. Jimmy is the CEO and 100% owner of Pathways, and they are both founders of the company, of course. Myself is Charlene Davis. I'm the director of the company. I kind of oversee the strategic mission of the company and ensure the business side of things and also the employees as well, ensuring you guys are happy and whatnot. And then Keola Perry is our qualified professional. She handles the client side of things and kind of does the client meetings and does the ISPs and all the short range goals and stuff like that. And she works one-on-one with the clients and their families. And then you have Crystal Hughes. She is our office manager, and she kind of handles the day-to-day paperwork, and also she handles our TheraP system. For the most part, she kind of ensures that's up and running so people don't have to worry about anything with that. Next, we'll talk about contact info. By now, you probably have my information as well as Keola's. If you do not, I will certainly get that to you. But Crystal's information is listed up here as well if you want to take a screenshot, and also our email addresses. We also have an office number, but I would highly suggest that you contact us by cell phone as we are not always in the office. So we are also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So you can look for us on there as well. At this point, this is kind of, if we were doing a one-on-one Zoom, I would review your application, the client's ISP, but I am going to skip this section since this is a video recording and we're not doing this one-on-one. And now I will talk about our company culture. So in this area, I'm going to kind of review our policies, frequently asked about ones, and whatnot, and kind of go over our code of ethics so you can understand what is important and what it means to work as a Pathways employee. And then also kind of talk about events, what our company does and whatnot, and how to know about these events. So let's review the policy. So one very important thing about Pathways is that Mondays are billing days. So that is the day that I'm sending billing to get billed. So if there's something wrong with your time, if you forgot to check out, if you log something on the wrong day, anything of that nature, you definitely need to contact us before Monday for the week prior so that we are able to fix it and make sure that it is billed correctly. Pay periods and paydays are a week behind. So I'm going to pull up a calendar. So let's see. Our next payday is November 18th. And so, and if you're getting hired way in the future, I'll talk to you about this again. This is kind of for people that are getting hired right now. But so our next payday is November 19th or 18th. So the week prior, the 6th to the 12th, is not on this paycheck. So the 2 weeks before is going to be on the November 18th. So that's kind of how you keep track. So if there's a payday on a Friday, don't count the week before. And then the 2 weeks before that, we'll go. You also have a way to view your pay stub and W-2 online. You will receive an email from us, well, actually from Intuit Workforce. It'll say Pathways up there as well, so you'll know it's from us. But you'll receive that about 2 weeks after you start. If you do not receive an email, please text me and remind me, say, hey, I haven't received this email yet, and we will definitely get that out to you as soon as possible. We also have workers' comp. This is if you are hurt on the job, if you get seriously injured by a client or anything like that. Definitely let us know if you have a claim to file, and we will work one-on-one with you and with the workers' comp insurance that we have to ensure that you're taken care of. For the first time ever in 2022, we are offering holiday pay for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we're super excited about that. If you do not work on this holiday, you will get paid for the holiday, the average amount of hours that you work normally. And if you do work on that holiday, you will get paid time and a half. So that's very important. And then PTO, we are going to release a paid time off policy by the end of 2022. As of right now, we are going to offer at least one paid time off one day off for you guys. This can be, going to the doctor, or you just want to cash that in. But we may be offering more in the future. If Pathways continues to grow, then we will be able to offer more to you guys, which we definitely want to do. So yeah, we're really excited about that. Next is our dress code, which we kind of don't really have one. We kind of just go casual. We don't dress in scrubs or anything like that. We want the individual to feel like a friend is coming to hang out with them. We don't want them to feel like their worker is coming, if that makes sense. So just make sure you dress casual and you'll be good to go. And then we do have an open door policy, of course. So this is in place so you can feel comfortable coming to me if you have an issue about anything, even about your supervisors or anything like that. Please come to me if there's an issue. I want nothing more than to make sure that it's fixed. You can also come to me as well if you have something good to say about somebody. We definitely want to hear that as well. So just know that we are always here to listen if needed. And other policies, if you're interested in anything else that has to do with Pathways policies, definitely shoot me a text or email, whichever. You can ask me about it. I'd be happy to send that policy over to you. Next, we will go over the code of ethics. So Pathways has 4 core values, which are integrity, competence, professional conduct, and social responsibility. When we refer to integrity, what we mean is that we want accurate and truthful representation. This kind of goes along with documentation, just ensuring that we're being as accurate as possible. When it comes to competence, what we mean by this is that we want you to honor your responsibilities to achieve and maintain the highest level of professional care for the individuals that we serve. And when it comes to professional conduct, what we mean by this is that we want to promote dignity and respect for the individuals that we serve, and all professional relationships should be directed to improving the quality of life for the individuals who receive supports from the agency. And when we are talking about social responsibility, what we mean by this is that we want to support the emergence and growth of inclusive communities. And then our 4 advocacy or promotion values that we kind of want our employees to strive for the people we serve is maintaining that they have choice. So give them choices on things. Don't just, tell them what to do, just let them have a choice in their life. And then growth and development. We want them to grow in any way possible and develop as best that they can. And then we have health and safety. This is kind of self-explanatory, but with health, it can be ensuring that they have exercise, making healthy decisions, just maintaining a healthy body. And then safety, of course, can refer to safety out in the community, crossing the street, just ensuring that they're not taken advantage of as well. And then last is quality of life. One thing we want to point out is that quality of life is different for everyone, and what is a quality of life to you may be different for your neighbor. So just remember that when you are serving these individuals that, everybody looks at life differently. And I think this is the second to last thing we have to talk about is our events. So we really like getting together with employees and hanging out with you guys. We do different types of events in the community as well. On your right side, we did the Color for a Cause thing at the New Bern Mall, where we colored this and, just raised awareness for disability rights. In the middle here, this was our last Christmas party that we had before COVID, and we're really excited to get to do that again really soon. And then we also have just members of our company, taking individuals out in the community to do fun activities. Right here, this is a client participating in a Christmas parade, which is super awesome. And then here is just, having lunch with our employees and clients and just ensuring that they are satisfied and happy. That's really what we want. But as for events, we are looking to have some either every month or at least every other month. This is not something we did regularly in the past, but we are looking to have these things set up for you guys to do for fun. Could be bowling, a movie night, game night, just anything to get, people together and just have fellowship with each other. And the very last thing I'm going to go over is their app. So you will be using this app to document your time with us. So if you are going to be doing EVV, definitely stay for this section of the video. But if you were told that you'll be doing ISP data only, then you can go ahead and shut off the video if you'd like. But for this section, I'm going to go over different information you need to know, and then I'm going to show you a quick video on how to do the EVV on their app. So for your username, it will be your first name initial and your last name. For Charlene Davis, it would be C Davis. That would be what your username is. And your password excuse me, is capital P password 1 exclamation point. And once you sign in with that, it will prompt you to reset it to a new password that only you know. If you forget your password, you can text me and I can reset it instantly and it would be reset to the same thing, the password 1. And then you can pretty much go through the same process of resetting your password. And then our provider code is PBHS-NC, and you will need that to sign in. And now I'm going to pull up this training. Okay. So I have an iPhone, so this may look different for an Android user, but it'll be pretty much the same. So once you sign in, this is your dashboard, and this is what you'll see. If you're doing EVV, you're going to click on scheduling/EVV. And it will take you to this agenda list. It will have dates at the top. If you have a scheduled visit, it will be listed here. This is not a real client, so you don't have to worry about this being a HIPAA violation or anything like that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on your scheduled slot. And then you're also going to want to verify this information is correct, of course, for the individual that you serve. But the very next thing you're going to do is click check in. And what it's going to do is it's going to gather your location information. Of course, when I created this video, I was not at the location that I was supposed to be at. So for location type, I selected community, and you are supposed to select the location type. That is a mandatory thing. The very next thing that you're going to do is you're going to select ISP data for service, and you will see all your information here. Your name will be here instead of mine. Your start and end date that is scheduled for you, and your check-in time that you just checked in will be there. Next thing you're going to do is select add task score. This will be where your goals are for the individual you serve. So once you select the task, it'll open up the interventions that you use. You just select the one that sounds like what you did to achieve that goal. It could be physical assistance or independent, verbal prompt. Our updated score system actually has /met and /not met. So there'll be actually 2 independents, but one will say met and the other one will say not met. So if you tried letting them do it independently and then they didn't meet it, then you would select that one. And that just kind of lets us know where the client is with achieving that goal. And then you'll hit back. And then the next thing you will do is leave a comment if you have more detailed information to add about the goals or anything like that, or what you did that day, and then you'll hit submit. And let's see, the very next thing you're going to do is click check out. Oh, I lied. The very next thing you're going to do is do the comment. The system may prompt you to, leave a comment if you're early or late. So make sure you do that and let us know. Say you actually got there late, we do need to know that. Or if you forgot to check in for 15 minutes and you were there 15 minutes ago, we do need to know that as well. So we can actually move your time back to when you actually got there. And then you're going to hit submit comment once you're done with that. And now you're going to hit check out. It'll gather your location information again. Also, just so you know, if you're driving for some reason, when you're checking out or checking in, it will not let you. If you're moving, it will not let you do it. So just so you know, don't be driving when you're checking in or out. And then that was just a reminder to do your ISP data, but we already did that. I would definitely recommend doing it before you check out, so it's something you don't forget to do, because we definitely need that information. Very last thing you're going to do is click verify signature or voice. Most people do signature, they just do their signature really quick. And then you hit submit. And then as you'll see at the top here, it says verified with signature. That's fantastic. And when you first signed in, this was blue, but now it's green. That means you completed it. Nothing's wrong. If it's yellow, that means you are still checked in. You probably haven't checked out, or there's something incomplete. If it's red, that is not good, and you need to contact Crystal or myself to help you out. And then as you can see, you can look ahead in the future to see what you have scheduled. If you're supposed to have something scheduled and you do not see it, definitely contact us as soon as possible so we can get that on the schedule for you. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it with this orientation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. My number is 252-474-5269, and I hope you have a great night.